all about growing in our faith, growing our relationships, and growing as women. Today on Sipping Tea with Jesus, I have my dear friend Mia. We've been friends for about
11 years?
Yeah, 10, 11 years. So a long time. We'll be talking about remaining friends through individual growth. So like how like sometimes when you grow in God, sometimes He kind of pulls you away a little bit. So we'll get into that. But first, I just want to start about how we even became friends, and because 10 years is a long time.
That is a long time. You don't realize how long it is until like you think about it.
I know. Then it makes me feel old.
For one.
I know, because I'm 25,
24,
and 10 years. Like, dang, that's.
I was in middle school when we became friends. Like, and I'm 24 years old.
Yes, we basically grew up together.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
we did.
Prime time.
Yeah, those years I feel like are the most, well, you know,
whatever.
Developmental.
Yes. So we went to the same church. You know, my dad was a pastor of the church, or still is. Okay. Anyway, so we went to church together. We were on the choir.
Mm-hmm.
We were praise team. I think that was it. I didn't do drama or nothing.
You didn't.
Did you?
Yeah, briefly.
Okay.
Multi-talented. Anyway.
Dual, too. Okay, is that it? Anyway. Okay, we did all that together. So we had like a little group of friends that we kind of just stuck around. Like we weren't like popular or anything, but we knew people.
Mm-hmm.
We were like the middleman, I feel like, growing up or in high school.
I just think we were cool and everybody wanted to be around us, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yes. In a humble
just
way.
We have nice spirits, like we're good, you know, nice spirits to be around. I don't think that's a bad thing to say.
No. I'm trying to think, like, I didn't like know too many people because I just moved to Kentucky, but I mean, I feel like, you know, word of mouth got around, I think, about just us, me, in positive or negative ways, I would say. That's a whole other thing. Different story for a different day. Yes. Okay, so we had a little circle of friends in church. Like we didn't really do anything. Like we didn't even party. We didn't drink, smoke, or nothing like as friends like in high school. Like
we were just having fun. Like just
we had clean fun. Like we were like 17, still playing in Walmart.
Playing hide and seek at Smothers, tag.
Oh yes, Smothers the park. And what else? Rushing to leave choir rehearsal to go to the football game, then to go eat Buffalo Wild Wings, and we literally just had fun,
just being around each other.
Yes, laughing, sleepovers. We had a tent in our living room one time. I don't know if you were there for that one.
I can't remember.
Mia was usually in trouble with her mother for talking back, so she.
But we've changed our ways.
Yes, growth. Like I said, through growth. So you know, hey, we were pretty much innocent-ish together. You know, I was the friend that was I hid the mess I was in. Like I hid all that sin and stuff with boys, but Mia would be the one that I would always tell where I was at, what I was doing, who I was going to go see, and all that. And I mean, she was right there with me. Like she didn't really make me feel bad for doing the bad stuff.
Oh, I try not to judge.
Right, yeah, that was your take.
Like, I don't know.
Well, I'm using your words. You said it was kind of enabling.
I was enabling, definitely.
See, I never looked at it like that, but it makes sense now. Because I'm like, dang, she was there for me, you know? She didn't judge me. She was encouraging me, but enabling. But, I mean, that's okay, because, I mean...
But I'm just glad that we've moved past that and grown, and we've... or at least able to realize what it was. You know
right. I think we're pretty self-aware now. I mean, there's no shame because I mean,
for what?
Yeah, none at all. Because I mean, God is the one who transforms and changes and all that. So I feel like being true to who you were in the past is necessary because nobody else is going to want to come to you and talk if they think you've just been all holy and righteous
your whole life and you've never made any type of mistake.
Yeah, definitely not. Like that is nowhere near what I hope this channel represents of just being all holier than now.
Holier than now. I was just about to say that.
No, definitely not. Okay, so I got pregnant at 19, had my son, Noah, he's 5 now, and Mia, I still remember you were the first one that I called. Well, I texted her in the bathroom whenever I took the pregnancy test, and
that's weird because I was in the bathroom too.
Yeah, but you were in school.
But I was at school
because I had just graduated high school and she was still a senior. And I texted her, and I'm over here bawling. I don't remember what I said, but I didn't even tell my twin sister. I didn't tell my mom or nothing yet, because my twin sister, I felt she would kind of chew me out. She's like a motherly person.
Mama Lynn.
Yes, Mama Lynn. And then Mia, I didn't think she would chew me out.
Because I was enabling her, of course.
Exactly. Yes. I didn't want to say that. I don't like saying that, but you were a little bit. But I didn't have to do what I was doing. But anyways, we were with each other basically through all the hard times. So then, like, over the years, we knew, like, even though we were in church and kind of not doing exactly how we felt we should live, we were still aware of where God would take us one day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you think? Where do you think you're at now, as far as, or maybe not now, like when you were a teen, like what did you feel or just knew God would take you at some point, or not even nowhere deeper long term?
Right. I mean, I just knew that He was obviously gonna hold me and keep me. I knew He was always gonna keep a hand of protection over me, and just keep me on the path. I don't know exactly where yet, but I know it's somewhere. I used to think back then, God ain't worried about me. He got other things to worry about,
Right.
But I think now I'm definitely more confident in myself and in my faith, and we'll just see where it goes from there.
Right. Yeah. And I think I love to see how we've grown as far as individuals.
Right.
Because, like I said, we still had fun and stuff as teens, but we both had insecurities, and I think that's why we could relate to each other, because I was insecure about my looks, weight, and all that, and then, like, I had no worth, which is why I was going to men and all that. And I think now, to see where we at, we kind of have like a don't care attitude, but in a humble way. Like,
yes, in the most humble way possible.
Yes, yeah, like I don't care if they're not into me because I may not look a certain way they want me to, but then you're not the one for me, type thing. So it's like, I think that is empowering.
I think it's just crazy how we used to think, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, the power of God is just,
it's
what He
amazing.
can do,
Yeah, what transforming people and their mindset and the way they see you. I think, like, for me here recently, or a couple months ago, I would really pray, like, God, I just want to see me the way you see me, because clearly the way I've been seeing myself in the past
is how the world is portraying us,
Yes, right. And I don't know, I just think it's great just to finally be at a place, at least, to where you accept yourself who you are, which doesn't mean that you don't want to grow in any way, but just accepting, being at a place of just being content with yourself. I think it's great for me. Okay, so here recently, we know, because of me starting this channel, here recently is when I began to kind of really step into my purpose, which I didn't even know this was going to come about. I had no idea I was going to make this channel.
But it's crazy though, because we used to talk about making a YouTube channel together.
I know, and then here I am making it. I'm thinking, oh my God, how about Lord, why are you sending me to make a channel? And we thought we were going to do one together. And then here I am. So I was like in my feelings with that, because I didn't want to start it. And then after, I'm like, what if Bia sees me make this and she thinks I'm trying not to include her on purpose? I know, but I'm like, God.
Like, don't you know me? But I get it, because I get it.
I know. So I started this channel, and then, like, a couple months ago was when I kind of stopped talking to you and, honestly, any friends. And then when God was kind of pulling me away, I was like, why is this happening? Like, why? Like, I feel like, because I was talking to him, I was like, okay, God, I feel as though me being on this journey and being close to you, like, why not have my people I'm close to with
everybody do it
me?
at the same time.
Yeah, why are we not in it together? Like, why are we pulling each other? Like, why am I being pulled away from them? And I was in my feelings about it, like, pretty bad. But like, I still knew I wanted to do what He wanted me to do. But I was like, why can't I still associate right now?
Right.
And I was scared that it was going to be like a long-term
like a cutoff thing, like,
yeah,
well,
Well, I didn't know that He was just kind of stepping me back to give Him, I guess, the time that He deserves. And that was like, what, a couple months of us like really not talking, like saying hey at work,
right?
But we weren't really talking. How did you feel during that?
So at first, I was just like, what's going on? Honestly, I was like, what's going on? But I know you, so I mean, I know it wasn't nothing shady.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I just prayed and just keep a hand of protection over Kayla. I don't know what's going on, and that just gave me reassurance, like, nothing negative is going on.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I don't think I talked to you about it until this here recently, like maybe a month ago.
When I texted you that time?
Yes.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh
Here it comes.
I knew it was gonna lead to a conversation of us just actually talking it out,
Mhm.
because I didn't know. I don't know. I guess God like gave me grace through it, as in like He made it easy for me to
Right.
us to transition back in. Like I didn't, or not that I was out, but I don't know. I guess transition back in because I didn't know what you were gonna say.
Right.
I thought
'Cause
you
I
were
was
gonna.
like, I was sitting there thinking like, I'm gonna text Kayla, but then I'm like, I don't want to text Kayla. She probably, like, not that she's busy, but like, I'm trying not to be that enabling person, and you know what I mean. So I'm like, then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna send it. I'm just gonna tell her I'm proud. And yada yada.
And then when she said it, of course I got happy instincts. I was like, okay, so she understood that God kind of pulled me away from just her and some other people, just because I had to focus on Him. Like, because my fear was that I didn't want her to think that there was something that she was doing to where, or something that you were doing
Mhm.
to when that I felt that I was too good to be around. I'm like,
Right.
that is not my mindset.
That's not you at all.
Right. So I think I overthink a lot in regards to all that, and I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I don't want to ever come off as a person that thinks they're too good or better than anybody. That's never my. I think, of course, because you know what people would say growing up, that I felt.
I never understood it. I guess because I knew you and we just understand each other. But
Yeah, people would say I'm bougie, or I think I'm better.
That's another one that I'll never get. I'm like, Kayla.
I know, and I'm like, what about me seems stuck up? And that of course came with identity problems and me starting to believe those lies. So I think that is why I overthink, trying to make sure nobody ever thinks I'm like trying to be like that.
Right.
So it was definitely a journey, because I don't know. I feel like these past few months were like a year.
Definitely.
And I don't even know. I don't think it was just from being pulled away. I think it was just, I'm a social person, and I'm not used to just being just me.
Isolated.
Right. And I feel like he was doing that so that I could, I guess, like, learn how to be content with myself.
Being alone too, and not, I don't know, be bored.
Right, yeah, and learn how to enjoy my time with myself. And that was, I never thought I would be at this place of being okay with this, because now I feel like I have no life. I just literally just sit here at the house with my 5-year-old and my dog.
But what's wrong? You know, but what's so wrong with it? We used to think like
it was
that's not enough. You know?
Yeah, yeah. But I think when you're really in God and
right.
you let Him fulfill your
you
needs.
actually let Him in.
Yeah,
actually.
Man, because when we were younger, but a couple years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, I think I would like tune God out on purpose, like tune Him out, so I couldn't hear Him, so I couldn't feel.
You can't feel bad. You can't feel bad if you didn't hear what He said.
Exactly, because He didn't say nothing, because I couldn't hear.
You can hear Him. Ears are closed.
So, dang,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
But been there,
done that multiple times. Dang, I guess just looking back now, like, dang, how dare you like tune God out? Like, that is a little
right.
Deep. I've repented and all that for that, but still, it's just like, oh my God, I
you need to have some nerve.
Oh gosh. Okay, so basically, the point of doing this isn't really long or anything, but just kind of sharing how when you're in God, sometimes He pulls you away from the people you love, and you can kind of question it and not understand, like I did, and think, I guess, kind of, when you do that, that kind of make you think that you are secluding yourself from each other just because, like there's no reason, like just because you think you're living a way that you think they shouldn't be around, or vice versa. Does that make sense?
Yes, and that's why it's so important to pray for your friends, so you have the understanding. And I think that's why we're so close, honestly, because we grew up praying together and in church, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
we've been on the roller coaster together.
Right.
We've been partying together. That's a whole. Listen, partying, all that straight. Like one summer, it was like every weekend straight.
Too much.
Straight.
Too much.
Too much. Yes. So we understand just really covering our friends and making sure they're all right, even if they're not talking to us. We still not getting in our feelings.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's another thing. People take offense whenever their friends aren't talking to them, but it's not always a negative thing, you know?
I
Like
know.
sometimes they just gotta go through something. Be there for them. Pray
Right.
for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the talking everyday thing is not. We don't talk every day. Sometimes we go a week or two or a month of not talking now, and
I don't think I can talk to anybody just
every single day.
like not okay.
No,
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Like I already know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we're both doing the same thing. Sometimes there's no need to say anything.
Yeah, I know where you're at.
Right.
Really, you know, it's just because then I think if you want to talk to someone every single day, then you become dependent on them to
Right.
fulfill whatever void you have every day. Because like, I don't know, just being content with just not always talking to somebody is good. But now, honestly, I feel like I'm at the point now where I do miss a little bit of conversation, so I'm trying to have balance
Right.
of not like overdoing it and then not having it at all, and then
But that takes time.
I know. So I'm trying to balance all that. So that went off topic, which
Little
is
bit, but that's fine.
okay. Okay, so
Fine.
yes, pray for your friends, be with them, cover them. Same thing, praying for them. You know, if you can tell they're on a route to better themselves, I guess with God, you know, which doesn't mean that she's not either. I think I want. Wait, okay, that
We're
really,
just on two different paths. I think the fact of the matter is that we thought we had to be on the same path, walking next to each other, holding
Oh,
hands, skipping, air flipping. Like
yes, exactly. That was very loud.
that was amazing.
Okay, so yeah, like I guess, and just to be honest, really quick, I guess I thought because God was moving me a certain way. I keep acting like I'm in this, and then something else comes to mind, but whatever. God was moving me a certain way, and I think, oh my God, God, are you not moving in me right now
Like,
either?
what's going on? I'm trying to leave her back. What's going
Right?
on?
Yeah, and I was thinking, like, I don't want to just progress, and then what if Mia's not? But then it's like, you don't know what God's doing in your life and everybody else's life. Like, I was trying to worry way too much on the fact that I was going a certain way and thinking that nobody else was going a certain way either. So I think just understanding that everybody's life is different, even if you are super close, is important. And yeah, just covering each other. I keep saying covering because I feel like that's very important. Like, I don't think people really talk about a lot praying for your friends. Like,
I don't know. I don't think people do it honestly. But what do I know? I can't. You know. Like,
I know people don't talk about it.
Right. People don't at least talk
Maybe-
about it. But
I don't know, but okay, yes, that was it today. We've been trying to hold it together and not just bust out into tears because
I've been trying so hard. I'm honestly proud because I didn't think we were gonna get this far.
the many retakes it took just to get this far.
They didn't know that. T said it.
Yeah, but transparency because whenever we're together, we literally laugh for no
For no reason. Like I walked in the house, couldn't even see you. All you said was hi Mia, and I'm laughing. Like.
But yeah, like, I think true friendship and just knowing each other and being content with who you are and all. Okay, so if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at hercrown__ and look out for Sunday's video of Let's Really Find Out. So stay tuned with that. Again, thank you for joining
Thank you
me.
for having me, Kayla.
Thank you for watching and have a blessed evening.